Hello backers and fans, we're here today to bring you another Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire backer update. In this update, we're going to discuss the shift system that was recently added to the closed backer beta. To do so, we are joined today by Deadfire Design Director, Josh Sawyer. Josh, is everything okay? You seem different.
Yeah, everything's fine. We're just hard at work trying to get Pillars 2 done.
Well, thank you for joining us today.
Sure.
Since we have backers in the backer beta now playing with ships, I wanted to hear from you on what we're doing with the system. Let's start off with the crew system. How does the crew system work, and what can players expect based on early feedback?
Well, the crew system is something that is integral to the operation of your ship. Every ship has a minimum number of crew members that are required to operate it. If you're below that number, the ship can operate, but it's very slow and very vulnerable to attacks by enemy ships. You can find crew members in almost any port. You can also find potential crew members as NPCs in quests. We wanted to sprinkle them all over the world so you had lots of opportunities to grow your crew over the course of the game. One thing that is very nice about the crew system is that in addition to Kith, which are very similar to the player character races, we also have a few non-Kiths, such as an Ogre, an Imp, and a Zorip that you can get as crew members, which is very cool. Every crew member has a number of jobs that they can perform on the ship, from cannoneer to bosun to the ship surgeon or even the cook. And those are all important functions for the operation of the ship. And over time, they can improve in those skills and it will improve the operation of the ship.
Though your crew isn't all you have to worry about on the seas, correct?
That is right. You have a few things to worry about when you're on the seas. You have to worry about pirates. You have to worry about enemy ships if you make enemies with a certain faction. And you also have to deal with the occasional special event that might pop up. There might be a reef that blocks your way, you might run into a storm, or you might just have your crew members sort of go at odds with each other, arguing about one thing or another. So all of these things sort of test your patience as a captain and your abilities as a player to navigate through them.
What about ship combat?
It's awesome. So ship combat really takes two forms. The one that is the most exciting, I think, is our new ship-to-ship dueling system. In our ship-to-ship dueling system, this is a turn-based sort of storybook presentation where you and an enemy ship sort of jockey for position, fire your cannons at each other. You are trying to sink the enemy ship or to get them to surrender or to close to them and board for deck-to-deck combat. There are a number of things that you have to watch out for during your ship-to-ship combat encounters. You have to keep track of your sail and hull health. You have to take care of your crew members to make sure they don't just get laid to waste. If they do get injured, you have to move them to the surgeon so they can be taken care of. And if things are going really badly, you can always try to flee or close to deck, and deck combat is a traditional Pillars combat encounter where you have your two ships right next to each other and you're just going at it with your boys.
It isn't just the crew and the ship combat that brings the seas to life in Pillars 2, though. What else have we done to bring life to the Archipelago?
We do have the passage of day and night on the world map. That's important for keeping track of your resources because it is very expensive to run a ship and keep the whole crew fed. We do have sea shanties. These only play when your crew is in good morale. They're not really in the singing mood if their morale is really low. But we recorded a small men's ensemble and a women's ensemble with some sea shanties that I rewrote the lyrics to be appropriate for the world of Aora, so you can get your role playing on. A lot of ship customization. So in addition to having several different ships to choose from, and you can switch from whenever you want, you can also customize the sail, the hull color, you can swap out the cannons, there's lots of different special upgrades you can get. And of course we have random encounters all over the map. So these range from very brief and easy to resolve to much more complicated. They can result in loss of morale, they can result in loss of life, they can be quite dramatic. So lots of really cool stuff to find on the seas.
Seems like players will have plenty to do with their ships in Pillars 2. Is there any specific feedback you're looking for from our players?
One of the big things we're looking for feedback on is the ship-to-ship dueling system. It's a pretty deep system, it's a pretty big system. It's not heavily tutorialized right now, so we definitely need people to give feedback on how the player experience is working. We already have received really good feedback that's allowing us to make some small but significant adjustments to how it plays. And we also want to know how exploration feels. I mean, one of the reasons why we allow you to sail around on a ship in the first place is because we wanted the sense of exploration to feel rewarding. So if there are things about it that feel like they're not enjoyable or that could be better, we also want to know about that as well.
Great. Thank you, Josh, for your time.
No problem, thank you.
But I swear, there's something different about you today.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
That does it for us in this update. Let us know what you think of the video in the comments below, or on our forums. Also, be sure to follow us on our social media channels. We'll be back again in a few weeks with the audio team to talk about bringing sounds to the Deadfire. Until next time.
What the